Hello folks and welcome back to Blueprints, where last time we got ourselves the Blackbridge Grotto outside, which is supposedly lets us access an offline server per day, but it needs an admin password which I haven't got. We also did a lot of work with the chess puzzle. I think we figured it out now. Oh, figured out what we have to do. We haven't solved the puzzle because I haven't found the king yet. A hovel, shrine, schoolhouse. Again, let's try this. Today's going to be a day of trying to get the school, as many classrooms as we can, I guess. Another day of doing as many classrooms as we can. Because classrooms teach us rules about the world, and we know a lot of them already. Highest grade is 3rd grade. See if we can get even higher. See if we can keep pushing it even higher. Because classrooms have a specific... What was the classroom thing? Classrooms have a specific... Once you're in a classroom, something, something, something? How to ruin this? Oh, I had to try it. Where's the classroom? Where is the classroom? Hang on. Add 8 classrooms to today's pools. Sure. Rotunda, funeral parlor, billiard room, closet, walk-in closet, attic, storeroom, nook, garage, music room, locker room, den, wine cellar, ballroom, pantry, rumpus room, vault, office, drawing room, study, library, chamber of mirrors, pool, utility closet, boiler room, pump room, security, workshop, laboratory. They seem to be grouped by function, right? Items, 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 keys, 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 gems, 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 money, 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 money. Drafting, drafting. So classroom should be there. Something about classrooms making it easier to get other classrooms or something? There's something about that in there. Right. Anyhoomst. Library, immediate library is good because we immediately got aha, right. Let me pull up the redacted version of the history for India. Sorry, you'll hear the wind. It's just I need to have the fan on here. It's ridiculously warm at the moment. The UK is currently going through a bit of a heat wave. So, right, history of India. Let's pull up that screenshot over there of the very first page of the foreword. Right, forward. Ajira to Iraja. I think that was even that was some of that stuff was blocked before. It was graciously gifted by me. Okay, right. Okay, so here we go. Orindia was once, that was blocked off before. The name used to designate the Eastern waters. Though the term is no longer employed in the halls of politics, nor commonly known to the average citizen, its memory flickers in the hearts of those who hail from the lands it once encompassed. And many in the elder generation, in hushed circles, so refer to themselves as Orindians. So the entire reference of Orindia was removed from that thing. They erased Orindia and made it look like the name is no longer known to the average citizen or of the elder generation. Yet we must not let the flame of our history dwindle into obscurity of whispered conversations, nor permit our leaders to enjoin us to abandon the name of our land. We must keep alive the embers of our past and preserve them for generations yet to come. And again, they blacked out loads of that sentence to basically allow it to just basically, we must permit our leaders to enjoin us to abandon the name of our land. To abandon our past, sorry. Okay. Ajira is the place, the name we didn't know before. No, Ajira doesn't turn up at all, actually. We have Iraja, we have Ko something, and Arch Aries. Okay. Most historians mark the first era, often known as Ajira, by the accession of the first king of Orindia, whose name Oris would later grace the burgeoning township in which he later crowned. Oris was known before his coronation as a prominent merchant lord of considerable means and affluence, whose sway and religion made him the ideal candidate for the unification of the surrounding provinces. Regrettably, history is always forthcoming, and let's exist here. So let's go here. Nevertheless, we can deduce from these ledgers that Oris had one aim expansion. The territory spread forth from the heart of Oris, and by the end of the 1st century, the black banners of Orindia could be seen fluttering in every hamlet and hostelry along every thoroughfare, from Oris all the way to the western banks. Castle Orindia is there. A new kingdom was born. Okay. Oops, sorry. The second era. It was the 4th king of Orindia who split this vast domain into 3 equal parts, 3 realms for his children. To the eldest, he granted the fields, mountains of his great father, the Windle province of and the Hutchman of the kingdom, the eldest of the gift, and called his new realm Orinda Ares after the angelic paragon of royalty Orinda. So Orinda Ares. Not Orindia. Orindia is the whole thing. Orinda Ares. Hang on, I need to actually. One thing I should have been doing is also screenshotting all this stuff. Wait for the little thing in the corner to disappear so it doesn't get grabbed by that. 1. 2. Cool. Archeries, that's all normal. And to the middle child, whose only daughter, he grifted the southern region of Iraja, the mystical realm of the ancestors, a land steeped in tradition, magic, and the poetry of the old tongue. The mystical realm references were all removed. 3rd era. Hang on, let's grab this again. The 2nd era grew to a close. The 3 sovereign realms had achieved a period of remarkable. All that's the same. The 3rd era was defined by construction. By the construction of a vast network of railways that spanned the length and breadth of the land, linking the northern mountains of Arch Ares to the southern shores of Iraja. This development facilitated travel and commerce between the 2 realms, further strengthening the bond and inflation. For the promise of a prosperous and bright future, a promise that would, unfortunately, as my readers will soon find, not be kept. So the entire mention of the railway is removed. So it goes from 3rd era was defined by commerce between the realms. So the entire mention of this railway is removed. Again, if that's Orinda Ares, not Orindia, it explains why that symbol gets cut off a lot. So the black symbol there is not a symbol of Orindia, it's a symbol of Orinda Ares. Right, okay. Next it was the letter thing. I bypassed the letter. 4th era. As the kingdom of Orinda entered its 4th era, a different kind of ruler took the reins of power. King Desilets III was a king who listened to the voices of all his subjects from the most influential visitors. Yeah, there you go. The entirety of the blanked out version paints Desilets III as a very bad king, as a drunk, etc. Turns out not the case, obviously. He was a king. Hang on, again, let me do some more screen crapping of the book. As the king of took the reins of power, King Desilets III was a... That did not capture. Not capturing. Why am I not capturing? Let me make sure we are capturing. I'm not getting the little boops anymore, so... We are, it's just not giving me boops for some reason. Okay. Okay, anyway. He was a king who was often seen among the people eating, drinking, and conversing, a sight that shocked not only the gentry in the court, but the masses as well, who could scarcely believe they, as peasantry, could ever sup with the crown. Desilets was renowned as the king of the people, and it was a surprise to no one when he made the decision to move the capital from the secluded mountains of Reddington to the public stage of Oris, leaving the castle and court behind. Yeah, they made it so the redacted version makes it sound like he's leaving. The people were overjoyed by this choice, and then and were basically thought that his conduct was unbecoming. The people who were overjoyed by this choice in the city welcomed the king with open arms and fanfare, yet not all were swayed so easily. There were those that viewed the king's conduct to be unbecoming of his station, and were wary how readily he could be persuaded by the tears and tales of the common folk. Those dissenting voices planted the seed of discontent, which took root in the lawns and gardens of the nobles of Fen, as I have been introduced to the grand city of Fen. So Fen, basically, the nobles of Fen usurped... Hang on. Yeah, the nobles of Fen usurped the Orindia, or Ares. After the passing of King Desolates III, the fourth era came to an abrupt end. Thankfully, the king died naturally in his old age and surrounded by his people in Oris. Which is probably not what was said originally. Thankfully, it just says, thankfully the king died. Naturally in his old age surrounded by the people of Oris and far away from the growing unrest among the western city of Fen. On the very next day, the 6th of October, the self-proclaimed Prince Lear, son of Fen, declared himself the true monarch. Self-proclaimed has been removed. This declaration was bolstered by a surprising number of supporters. The word surprising was removed, due to the fact that Desolates IV shared his father's good name, and but little of his virtues. Again, they're erasing the fact that Desolates was probably a bad king in both. Was bad both ways. As the process of civil war seemed inevitable, realms, regiments were hastily recalled from the frontiers. To stamp out to put an end to the fence. Yes, they're making the fence erection look like a good thing in the other one. This is a bad thing here. Okay. Next. Okay, so this chapter, other than, oops, damn it. Other than the mentions of the Oris and the fact that the Prince Learson was self-proclaimed, is unchanged. Current era. Today the realms inherited by the three, Fen, Ares, Arch Ares, and Araja, once again stand united as allies. The distance between the peoples has grown, our connection to this land remains as strong as ever. Yep. The spruce and the birch that span across our realms serve as a constant reminder that we all share a common past. Right. As those trees continue to grow, so do our hopes for a common future. A future where we're not defined by the colors of the banners we raise, by that which connects us, a land which we call home. For this, despite everything else, the land is rich in history, myth, and wonder. Legend, the spring forth. Land, all that happened, still Orindia. Okay, hang on, let me make sure I've got screen caps of everything here, because I kind of stopped taking them. Grab 5. There we go, that's the boop. Yeah, so basically they've just erased Orindia from the history books. Not sure why. They have basically erased Orindia from the history books. And the fact that they made Oris sound like a bad king. Right. Cool. Not sure what that gives us in terms of story. But we have it there nonetheless. It's been resolved. We know that, which is interesting because it's still called the History of Orindia. So the other one, hang on, that's a good point actually. The other book is the History of Orindia and basically barely mentions the name Orindia. West Wing Hall because we want to get access to the room at the beginning. Yeah, whilst in a classroom we may draft an additional one for every new room in the house. Let's start. Let's start get the classroom here. This is the first classroom. Again, flags of Iraja, Arch Ares, and that one we don't know what it is. It's Co something, but we don't know what that Co something is. We need the book. That's where the name Co came from. It's the damn Realms and Runes book. Was where we saw the name Co. So I need to figure out. Yes, there's going to be a reason to buy that book. Okay. Anyway. Another classroom? Grade 2. What was the grade 2 thing? Grade 2 was teaching us how to do the puzzle of the billiard room. Or necessarily, these things turn up several places, might be. Right. We can now start redrawing. 4 total redraws. Honestly, a chapel here isn't necessarily a bad idea, but I want something. I'd like it to be facing the wrong way. Boiler room. Early boiler room. Security. Dining room. Corridor. I'd like to get something that goes like there and there, but that doesn't seem likely. So we're going to do the best thing we have here. Corryard. Okay, it'll be storeroom. We'll do storeroom here. I'm not going to spend any keys. We'll get some money. Gem, a key. It means that we have ourselves a pawn as well. Do classrooms have any chests in them? No. Okay, we've got 2 classrooms though. 2 classrooms have been found. We'll go back to the entrance hall, I think. And do the other side. We'll go do that side. It has to be kitchen because I don't want to close it. I don't want to close myself off this early. It'll have to be kitchen, and I'm not happy about the fact that it has to be kitchen, but it has to be kitchen. Also, we don't know what the kitchen cares about. We can buy bacon and eggs, which adds morning pool to the draft room. You know what? I will add morning pool to the draft room. Glazed salmon requires the aquarium in the house. Okay. Right, so we got the ability to have a morning room here. Den gives us 2 directions. I'll take Den because it gives us that and a gem. Den is also a pawn. Morning room gives us access to the back end there. Gem. Start tomorrow with more gems. The 3rd classroom, which gives us the rules to the chemistry puzzle, the periodic table puzzle. We did that. Yep, science is fun. Fluorine, uranium, nitrogen. Yep. Okay. So, Den. The best way to do this would be what? Via the Den or via... Because again, this could be the end of it, but I really don't want it to be. Hallway. It could be dark room, but hallway is just... makes more sense. I could be circuit breaker room and really screw myself over, but no. We'll do this. Right, and... Chapel? No, laboratory... Spare bedroom, because it gives us the most space for the next room, that as long as it has 2 exits, we're totally fine. Like, passageway immediately solves a lot of my problems here. It's going to cost us 2 gems, but it means it gives us 3... immediately gives us 3 ways out of this place. So I'm going to go over here, see if we can round out this entire area. Nursery, laboratory, archives. Archives I don't want to grab unless I've got shelter, because archives is really punishing otherwise. Right, so we can set up a... See if we can set up a... What do we have here? If you drop the hallway from a hallway, we get a star. While drafting, if you draw a drawing room floor plan, you gain a star. That can only happen once. That can only happen once. I'm assuming... Oh, the next 3 times open loads, not... Okay. I'm gonna go for that one. We might never open a locked chest, but maybe we do. And then we can hopefully get 3 stars added to the list of stars. Also, it said we were allowed to unlock one thing secretly once. Is that something that we can do from here? Do we have to do that from the grotto outside, or can we do it from within? And because it said like you've unlocked the thing outside, you can unlock a remote terminal access offline once per day or whatever it is. Does that mean that I can only do that from the Blackboard Grotto, or... Okay, so I can only do it from the... Aha, no, that is not true. I can do it from anywhere. So security, I can use security to turn off the card doors already. I can use the office to send money around the place. I'm going to hold off at the moment. So we do need money because I need to buy more books. Buying books is important now. However, one thing I want to do is if I spread money everywhere, I want to have a lot of rooms in the house so a lot of money gets spread, but I also want to have a conference room so I don't have to go hunting for it. That's the idea. I don't want to be hunting for the money. The conference room, archives, pantry. Pantry's perfect, thank you. Banana. Right. Chapel. Fine, that's okay. Again, it's a red room in a place that isn't going to cause lots of issues. Because ideally we don't have to come back to there ever again. Greenhouse. Greenhouse. We needed greenhouse for a reason. I can't quite exactly remember what it was, but it was something in the greenhouse I needed to check in. Was there music in the greenhouse? There is a music sheet in the greenhouse. Okay, seat number 5, which was it was the one that's missing so far. Sheets. So that's the first words on the sheets are true message. Okay, so the word for trees, that tree is trees. I'll write the first word down. Right. Gem. Yes, that's what that is, isn't it? This is a level 1. Yes, okay, so I think the level... Oh. 3? This is 3, sorry, this is a 3. Okay, cool. So yeah, that number of the fertility is how many gem things there are here. And this is where there's a broken lever for the south door. Cool. We cut that off, sure, but it's good. We go back to the passageway. We've got plenty of gems. Not missing anything, not left anything behind on the ground. That lost upgrade disc is gonna bother me until the day I die. I'm gonna carry it to me to my grave. Right, let's keep going this way then. Right. Again, let's avoid the locked doors if at all possible. Laundry room that says laundered currency. Commissary, items for sale. Dost thou have a key? No, but you do have... Gems, you have a sledgehammer. For 4. Because of the sale. It's a sale just because of the time it is. So I can get them. I can get the metal detector and the sledgehammer at the same time. I'm going to do both of these, simply because it's going to give me a lot of potential stuff. Yeah, so there's a sale off day 2021. Unfortunately, day 20 was also the day I got the sale from the observatory, but there you have it. Cloister? Ugh. Messy, but... Oh god, this is going to be rough. I can't use all my gems. if I do corridor here, I can go back and use the key there and hope for the best that I can get something out of this. Listen, if the corridor is left, corridor is always left unlocked. I just have to hope I can turn up here and go that way. If I can't go that way, then that's the end of this. Like we were saying, that's the end of that. That is the end of that. Blast. Well, thank you, game. You made this day end moderately early. Bugger. Well. Are you kidding me? Right. Right. Okay, where is laboratories over there? So I might go ahead and just do the office to spread money around and see. Well, let's find out. It depends entirely whether we can find the bookshop. Because if you can find the bookshop, there's a reason to spend money. If you don't find the bookshop, there's no reason to spend money. The courtyard, always left unlocked. The Great Hall for 7 locked doors. I've not got a courtyard before. Let's pick up a courtyard for the first time. Interesting. A couple of keys. Lovely. Yeah, we got a star out of that, which is nice. Fair enough. Music room. Music room, good, because it gives us the first. That's actually important because we got the first 4 pieces. The first four. The prism key. If you unlock a door with a prism key in a room, the green room, hallway, bedroom, red room, or sure, you will draw floor plans of the same color. You've never had that key before. That's nice to see. That's a major key. Right, a major key is a special key. Okay. Anyway, so the first find. Okay, here we go. Let's back to the music list. Find among the white. Find among the white trees. Do I have 6 or 7 in? Do I have 6 and 7 in screenshot form? Hang on. Under. 6 is under. 7 is 2 stones. Find among the white trees under 2 stones. So far. And there's also a little coin there. Okay, so we have closed off. But let's see. So find among the white trees under 2 stones. The white trees under 2 stones. Music room, do you have any chess pieces in here? No. Can I play piano? No. Okay. Find among white trees under 2 stones. Well, like I say, we've cut off ourselves here. There's nothing we can do, really. Tomorrow we'll start with more gems than usual, but other than that, nothing really happens. So what I am going to do is, can we find this white trees under 2 stones situation? Is it outside? I don't remember seeing white trees. It might be something like in a room, possibly. We can't go over there until we open the garage, but I don't remember seeing white trees over there. Find among white trees under 2 stones. White trees is birch, and they were saying things about the birch being useful part of the land, wasn't it? White trees are usually birch trees. They're not usually birch trees, but birch trees are white, and birch trees have been mentioned as being useful here. Let's go check. Wait, there we go. Find among white trees. There's white trees. I think those are birch trees. They're just birch trees without. Under 2 stones. Okay. Okay, white trees. Under 2 stones. I haven't got a bloody shovel. Okay, I need a shovel. Oh, wait. Yeah, that's not among the white trees. This is the 2 stones among the white trees. I just need a shovel. I require a shovel. Okay, think. Well, the one thing to do is to check whether or not... I'm just going to go back into the room, into the mansion, and go into the laboratory, do the offline check to the... do the offline check and the library, go to security and see in security, have I... Again, that requires specific admin key. Yeah, Blackbridge. Yeah, that seems like not related to the puzzles, not related to necessarily house puzzles, but... Right. So... I'm going to go to the laboratory, boot up the security computer offline. And just run a check of the house inventory. Did they spawn in... Like, it's me grasping at straws here, but did they spawn in a shovel that I've missed? That's all this is. Did they spawn in a shovel that I have missed? So we'll go here. Look at the network. Swan Song. Remote terminal access. Security access. Estate inventory. There's 2 gems. There is a shovel. Wow, there's a lot of stuff lying around. Okay, watering can, key card. Shovel. Where? Where? Okay. Keycard's there. Was that always there? Did I just miss that? Greenhouse. I didn't properly check the greenhouse, did I? The greenhouse. If the shovel's going to be anywhere, it's going to be in here. That's also possibly a broken wall. I'm not sure, but there's nothing space behind it. Okay, is there anything in here that I missed? Gems have been spread. Okay, the gems I'm not concerned about because the gems have been... We know the gems are spread out because of the green... The patio spread the gems to the green rooms. That's fine. There's a shovel somewhere I want to get my hands on. You found the key card. Watering can, again. See, that's a thing. I didn't know that was a thing. The first time you enter each room, use 1 water to gain 1 gem. Okay. Why would you not, though? Or is there a way to refill these things? If I go to a kitchen or something, can I refill? Interesting notion. If I go into the kitchen... We've got plenty of movement at the moment. If I go into the kitchen... Oh, let's do this first of all. Let's do this, bam. Fill that up there. Was there a shovel in here? Did I miss a shovel in here? Because I've been so sort of blind looking, in a rush looking for stuff. Have I missed a shovel? Right, and that's all the gems done. Not that it's useful today, but... No shovel in here. Corridor, no shovel. Commissary, no shovel. So we've just done this loop here. I'm happy we've done all that there, so we're going to go down here and check. So we'll check down here. Den. Good, we got the shovel. We have a shovel. That's huge. That's pretty damn big, actually. Having that shovel is going to be a thing we can make good use of, I think. also want to check, can I refill? You can. Okay, that's pretty big, actually. That is pretty big, actually. Okay. Key card, shovel, watering can. There was one more item that I don't remember what it was now because I wasn't really paying attention. I was blinded by the fact there was a shovel because the room is the mansion is closed off to us right now. It just is. So here I thought we were gonna have like a, oh well, it's over now, might as well stop. No, turns out no. Turns out we're still. Well, we're going to do something here, which looks like it might be something permanent. Because it's outside. Things that happen outside tend to be permanent. A secret floor plan. Would you permanently like to add the conservatory to your drafting pool? Yes, obviously. Okay, we've added the conservatory to the drafting pool. Which isn't actually part of the green rooms. Interesting. Found floor plans. Oh god. This Baroque Arboretum showcases and preserves the rarest specimens of every type and variety. Though selected for propagation, the gardener here may be influence which flora or flora will be considered commonplace through the next season. Interesting. Interesting that it has two massive windows. Does that mean it has to be specifically in the corner? Because what happens if this is on the side and there's no wall there? You know? Like a morning room only has one window. Greenhouse... I guess greenhouse works normally as well. Veranda, again, is on the side. Terraces on... Everything works well on the side. The conservatory specifically has two massive windows in it. What happens if it's not on the... Can it be only in the corner? Can they only go into corners? I wonder. I wonder. Well, I think we're done. Again, because we closed ourselves off here. And we did get the music words, and that must be the end of the music quest, because we found the among the white trees under the two stones. That's a really weird thing to find. I mean, I'm hoping there's something very important in the conservatory, because otherwise that's an odd thing to grab. But, I guess we'll call it there, because I don't think of much else we can do here. Schoolhouse, again, we didn't get to do a lot of schoolhouse. We got to level 3 again, which is the same we did before. We just got shut off. We just got shut off, unfortunately. Considering how... They only turned up in areas where we couldn't do a lot to do with it. I could have possibly gotten something to... No, that's the thing, wasn't it? I never got a room that faced that way from that classroom. I re-rolled it several times. The best I got was when it went forward. And that wouldn't have helped us much given what happened in the end anyway. Oh, well. I'll call it there then. Call it a day. We'll call it a day. Music words done, possibly. Okay, we've done the boudoir save. This entire page can go. As I solve puzzles, I'm going to start removing the pages. I'm not going to throw them away until I actually finish the game, but they leave the active use of the area. Chess pieces stuff is an entirely different puzzle. Right. The garden schoolhouse. Anyway, folks, I'll catch you all next time. See you then. Bye-bye.